Welcome to another episode of Real Estate, Real Life, Real Talk, Real Live with the real secrets of money with your host, myself, Damon J. Brockenberry, the extraordinary. I want to first thank each and every one of you all for joining me today. Today is October the 10th, 2025. Time is flying, you all, so I'm glad that you are here with me. And please, before we begin, please hit that like and follow button and follow me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Threads, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn. What's going on TikTok? So, wanted to, first of all, as always, have you all to basically step into the wonderful world of real estate with me. So today I'm going to talk about OctoberFest. And what do I mean by OctoberFest? What I basically mean, October is the month to stock up. You know, you got to get ready for the winter time. But it's also a great time if you're in the wonderful world of real estate to actually purchase and buy a home. Here's the reason why October and November and all of the winter months are really great, but especially beginning around this time. First of all, if you are a buyer looking to buy, understand that because it's now entering into the fall season, you have less competition when it pertains to buyers. And the reason being is during the summer months, when so many people are on vacation, out and about, the days are longer. You have people who tend to want to go look at houses. It's a nice day outside. Let's go look at houses. But at the same time, you're in competition with so many people. Right now, you don't have that type of competition if you're looking to buy. There are less people because most people do not want to move during the winter months. And when it gets cold, and especially when it starts to get dark earlier. On November the 2nd, I believe that is daylight savings time. So that means the days will be shorter. It would typically start to get dark between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. A lot of people get off of work after 5 o'clock. Therefore, unlike during the spring and summer months when people will go look at houses when they got off of work, some people don't want to go look at houses when it's dark outside. So that's a great reason for if you're looking to buy, you have less competition. Number two, inventory is tightening up, people. So for those who don't know, you know what I'm saying, that means there's a lot on the market because a lot of people tend to put their house on the market. So it becomes very negotiable for you. Now, if you're on the selling side of the real estate market, here's another reason why that benefits you. You have more people who, not more people. You have people out there who have less competition. So because they have less competition, that means for the sellers, they're going to be more serious buyers. They're not going to be people who are wasting your time. So you can still put your house out there on the market. I have several houses right now that are on the market, and they're getting a lot of activity from people. And I do have some houses that are not getting much activity. And in many cases, the ones that are not getting much activity is because some sellers still want to price their house slightly above or equal or above to where someone's house sold during the summer months when right now it's in the fall months. So I always try to express you have to know the market. But unfortunately, some people feel as though that because they watch HGTV, they probably held a license previously that they know. But unfortunately, a lot of that information is outdated, like the software on your phone when you holding a phone from 5 years ago and you're trying to get the latest software. It doesn't apply. So what I'm basically saying is right now is a great time in October to buy or sell, especially if you're on the buying side. You have less competition. Things are more negotiable. On top of that, you have a lot to choose from. And you're not going to have to deal with, multiple offers. Not saying in all cases, but in a lot of cases, you won't have to deal with multiple offers like you had to during the summertime. Because the moment it gets warm, which around March, April, everybody and their mothers is outside. It's outside. So, and I'm going to talk about outside. But I just wanted to share that briefly to let you know right now is the perfect time. It is a smart time to buy. When you're counting your dollars, you got to count everything. You got to count the cost. Sometimes we want to do things at a certain time, but we really need to do things at a certain time. So I wanted to share that with you. And then again, like I said, with sellers who list now often face less competition from other people who are also listing their houses. So therefore, it gives you an advantage as well. So please reach out to me if you want to discuss more. I'll be right back with my Q&A, my questions and answers. All right, people, please make sure that if you're not following me, please follow me. Okay, Q&As, which is questions and answers. Let me begin because I have more than one today. The first question is, do you need a real estate agent to rent a house? Do you need a real estate agent to rent a house? Now, that's a yes and no question. And the reason why I say it is if you're going through the MLS system and you find homes that are basically listed with a real estate professional, in most cases, it will be best for you to get a real estate professional. But in some cases, you don't necessarily need it because it just really depends. Some agents just tell you to fill out an application, and depending on what your situation is. But if you want an agent to actually show you multiple homes, yes, you need to get a real estate agent. If you're just going online and you just want to apply for a home that you see, no, you don't need a real estate agent to actually apply for a home that you see online. But if you want to see multiple homes, yes, you actually need to hire. So that's why I say it's a yes or no part to that. And if you have a private owner who actually is renting out their property, a lot of times you may not need a real estate professional because that's the reason why the private owner is doing it, because they don't want to pay a real estate professional, because real estate professionals need to get paid. Number two, if you're looking to purchase a home but in need of a vehicle, how many months before shopping for a loan should I purchase the vehicle? Again, if you are looking to purchase a home but in need of a vehicle, how many months before shopping for a loan should I purchase the vehicle? That's a great question. And I would strongly suggest that if you're looking to purchase a home and a vehicle, you weigh your pros and cons and see what your needs are. Meaning, if you need the car, you purchase the car. But if you have time to wait, then purchase a car at least 3 to 6 months ahead of you purchasing a home or getting a home loan. And the reason being is most lenders are going to pull your credit. Once they pull your credit, they're going to look at everything. But a lot of times they look at your last 3 months of your W-2s, your bank statements, things of that nature. They're going to look at your last 2 years of your tax returns. So if it's more than 3 months, a lot of times it's not going to show up in the last 3 months, bank statements, whatever. But again, if you're going to purchase a home, do it 3+ months before. Meaning, like if it's right now, it's October. If you plan on buying a home in like January, February, or anytime after January, yeah, purchase a car right now. But if you need a car, that's something you need every day, I will go ahead and get the car regardless of that, because lender's going to pull your credit, but it really depends on what your credit situation is. And everybody's credit situation is different. It's like the palm of your hand. Everyone's credit situation is different. Number 3, is there a difference between a real estate agent and realtor? Is there a difference between a real estate agent and realtor? Yes, it is. A real estate agent is someone who holds a license. A realtor is someone who's affiliated with the board, in which is affiliated with NARS, has been in most cases. NARS is National Association of Realtors, in which it holds the real estate professional accountable. A real estate agent is really not being held accountable by anyone. They just hold a real estate license, but they're not being held accountable by anyone besides their broker. But when you're a realtor, that's a designation that you have because you are affiliated with the National Association of Realtors. So yes, there is a difference. What's a type of myth you wish people would stop believing? What's a type of real estate myth you wish people would stop believing? Let me repeat that. What's a real estate myth you wish people would stop believing? I wish people would stop believing that when the housing market crashes, that they're going to be able to buy houses for $100,000 again. What they fail to realize is it's similar like a house going into foreclosure. Let's say someone purchases a home that's $800,000 and the house goes into foreclosure. Okay, that doesn't mean that $800,000 home is going to be worth $100,000. you're not being realistic as far as things are concerned. That $800,000 house might be worth now $650,000, in which that still may be more than some people can actually afford. I wish people stop believing and not factoring in time. They don't understand we're in 2025. People want to talk like we're still in 1999 or the year 2000. And let me give you a perfect example. It was a woman a couple of years ago. She came to me. She wanted to actually rent a home. She said she wanted a 4-bedroom home, 3.5 bath, white picket fence, garage, and everything. And I asked her, how much was your budget? What are you looking to pay? She said she didn't want to pay more than $1,000 a month. To me, you're stuck in 1999, year 2000, because we were in 2020 something. So I told her, unfortunately, those homes for everything you're asking for, not in this area, doesn't exist anymore. Now, if you go back 20 plus years ago, yes, I wish people will stop waiting on the interest rate to drop before they go buy a home. The reason being is the interest rate is hovering right around 6 to 7% right now. What you think is going to drop down to 1%? Let's be real, people. The cost of homes over the years have gone up on an average of 6 to 8% a year. So while you're waiting for that interest rate to go down, the cost of the house have gone up. So what do you think your mortgage payment is going to be? Cheaper if you buy it now or when the interest rate go down? See, the rule of thumb is you don't wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and then you wait. But some people don't get that concept. So unfortunately, people keep listening to the media. Most of those people you listen to on the news, they already got their house. You understand? You listen to all those people, they got theirs. What about you? A lot of times you really need to talk to a real estate professional such as myself so we can break it down for you so you can clearly understand. Because some people believe that they can't afford a house. Yes, you can. You really can't afford not to have a house. But it's all about convenience. It's all about your mindset. If you have a mindset that whatever you believe is true. If you believe you can, if you believe you can't, it's true. It's just about your mindset. So those are some of the myths that I wish people would stop believing. And the last question: what's the difference between a HELOC and a cash out refinance? A HELOC and a cash out refinance. Again, what's the difference between a HELOC and a cash out refinance? Okay, let me break down what a HELOC is. A HELOC, and the HELOC actually is the initials for what it means. It's a home equity line of credit. Okay, meaning when you own a home, they will allow you, the mortgage company will allow you to take up to 80% of your equity and pull it out, and you really pay like pennies on the dollars paying it back, but you do pay it back. A cash out refinance is basically when you are refinancing your home, you're actually resetting the loan. For example, if you've had a home for 10 years and you initially bought it with a 30-year fixed loan, or wherever you bought it, whether it's VA loan, conventional loan, jumbo loan, FHA loan, and you paid down, so now you got 20 years, you have 20 years left on that loan. When you refinance, you reset that loan back to 30 years, and you pay closing costs on it. So yes, most mortgage companies will give you some money if you have enough equity. You can say, oh, take 25,000, but here's the thing, that's going to cost you more than you getting a HELOC. The HELOC, you're actually taking money out immediately. You're taking cash out of your equity immediately. It's not resetting your loan, and it's not charging you for closing costs. They are charging you a fee, but it's not closing costs. Closing costs is going to cost you way more than a fee doing a HELOC. A refinance cash out is basically going to cost you more money. And a lot of times when those people are talking about, oh, you can take money out your equity, yes, they're trying to persuade you because they're trying to get you to focus on the money. They're not telling you you're resetting your loan and that you're paying for closing costs, which is more. And everybody knows who purchases a home, closing costs are going to range you anywhere between 4 to 6% of the purchase price. So the difference between a HELOC is you're pulling cash out of your home, but you're not refinancing your home. The cash out refinance is you're refinancing, you're restarting the loan, and you're pulling cash and you're paying closing costs. So that's the difference. Those were some great questions. And I thank you all for basically, asking those questions all the time. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'll be right back with my home of the week. All right, y'all. Thank you all for joining me. So here's the thing. I want to thank you for joining me. Here's the home of the week, y'all. Now, here's the thing. If you're in the Washington, D.C. area tomorrow, please stop by and see me because I'm actually doing 2 open houses tomorrow. Yes, I am doing 2 open houses. They're both going to be in Northeast D.C. off of South Dakota Avenue and Rhode Island Avenue. Now, the first one that I'm doing an open house for tomorrow, let me pull it up for you real quick. And this one will be from 12 to 2 p.m. So if you're in the Trinidad area off of Florida Avenue near Gallaudet, look for the signs because I will have the signs up. And this is the house of the week. This property right here is at 1265 Moore Street Northeast. This is where I will be doing the open house at tomorrow at 12 to 2 p.m. Please stop by. If you have any questions or anything, come see me. In the meantime, stop by, say hello to me. We might could take a selfie or something, chop it up. You know, I can give you my business card and we could talk about real estate or we could talk about life because anyone who knows me knows that I am a lifer. All right. This is the one in Northeast and the other one is also in Northeast. So let me show that to you real quick. All right. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Here we go. All right. This one right here. It will be from 3:30 to 5:30 tomorrow. And this property is it's in the Woodridge area, which is around the corner from the first property. Now, the first property that I just mentioned, hold on for 1 second. I'm waiting on the system. My internet is running slow, and it will run slow right now while I'm trying to do this. Okay. All right, people, hold on. Here we go. All right, let me come on here so I can show you all this one. This one tomorrow is from 3:30 to 5:30. Again, if you're in the Northeast area, this is at 2814 Rhode Island Avenue. Please stop by. This is a great house, as you can see, with a nice driveway. This has been completely renovated by one of the developers in DC. He does a lot of work. We're going to come take a look. Look at the gourmet kitchen. Look at all this. For those who like to cook. The nice sized bedrooms. Spacious bath. This house has 4 levels, 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 4.5 baths, I'm sorry. And it is waiting for you, the next homeowner, to come through. Like I said, tomorrow you're in the Northeast area. This one is off of Eastern Avenue, Rhode Island Avenue, Northeast. The other one is off Florida Avenue, West Virginia Avenue, Northeast, near Gallaudet. Please come see me. I'll be happy to see you. Okay. All right. So those 2 are the house of the week. I'm doing 2 open houses tomorrow. Please stop by to see me. All right, y'all. I will be right back with my topic. My topic. Be right back. All right. My topic of the week is called outside. Now, the reason why I say outside is because, first of all, it's getting cold outside. And people like to always, during the summertime, be outside. But I really want to know, what is that doing for the people who've been outside? You know, people like to hang out all the time. They like to chill with their friends. They like to be less responsible by hanging outside. But let's look into it. What's the real definition of being outside? Are you being outside to be seen? Are you being outside because you enjoying your freedom? Listen, outside has never been really good for most people who hang outside, because we all know that the more people who hang outside, the more crowds that come outside, the more things pop off, whether it's guns or fights, because honestly, a lot of people can't seem to get along when they hang outside. This is why when you were little kids and you play, they always say play nice with the people, because everybody seems to want attention. Everybody wants to be seen because they can't be seen at home, because they don't see themselves enough, because really they don't even look in the mirror to take a look at themselves. See, there's one thing called life is a lot of times you have to do self-evaluations of yourself. You have to look at your life, because the funny thing about people is so many people are quick to judge people as if they're perfect. They're quick to judge people as if they do no wrong. And I see a lot of people hanging outside, and sometimes I look at people as I get older, and some of these people are older than me, and they still want to hang outside. Why? What's outside? You like the attention outside so much that you don't like the attention inside? People want to be outside. And unfortunately, I only see my people hanging outside. My people spending all their money. And then my people turn around crying broke because they ain't got no money, because they've been hanging outside all the time. They always hanging outside. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with hanging outside. We all need to hang outside to get fresh air. We all need to get out the house sometime. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those people who constantly want to hang outside, and they always outside. What is outside doing for you? What is it doing to you? Is that helping you build your legacy? I mean, how are things going with your family? How are things going with you? Because hanging outside all the time doesn't do good all the time. Sometimes it builds a bad reputation. Oh, that person's always hanging out there. That person's always there. Or that person's sleeping around because that person is hanging with that person. It's rumors that spread when you hang outside all the time, regardless of what you're doing. So what I'm saying to you is, what's your real reason for hanging outside? Why are you always outside? What's the need for being outside? Yes, during the wintertime when it gets cold and then it gets warm again. Yeah, we all want to get outside because we want to get warm, because we've been cooped in and we had cabin fever. But I'm not talking about, because it ain't even wintertime yet. It's fall and people are outside all the time. They always outside. Outside. I've seen social media posts. We outside and all this other stuff. Y'all act like y'all been caved in like animals and stuff. And when you come outside, a lot of them don't know how to act. They outside acting a fool. Outside acting like they have no home training, uncivilized behavior. Outside being used, outside sleeping around, outside doing things they shouldn't be doing. So do you really think that outside is really the best thing for you? Because you might be outside, but you really need to look inside. See, when you start to do that self-evaluation of yourself, you'll probably realize that you really shouldn't be outside. So for all you all who are outside, I hope you're having fun. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're enjoying yourself. But sometimes when I see so many people that are outside acting uncivilized, don't know how to act, especially the more crowd people come, it's like people want attention. They feel disrespected. They don't like somebody looking at them. You know what I'm saying? Or they mad because somebody walked in and took the spotlight off of them. And now they feel like competition or jealousy or envy or whatever is going on the inside of people. See, to be outside is to be free. But a lot of times I can see that a lot of people are really not free. You just want attention. You just want to be seen. And in some cases, you're being used and taken advantage of. Stop hanging outside all the time and be productive with your life, because hanging outside is not necessarily being productive. Yes, we all want to enjoy life. We all want to have fun. But where's the productivity coming in your life? That's why when you see other people doing things and they're successful and then they get recognized, you always say, oh, I could have did that. I should have did that. But the problem is you was wasting your time being outside, because here's the thing about life again, y'all. Time and people cannot be replaced. Please make best use of your time and show love and give flowers to the people that you're around you. Because a lot of times when I turn on and look on social media, every day somebody's passing away. Every day. So please show love to the people that you're neglecting right now because you're hanging outside. So the only thing I want to say about outside is good for fresh air. Outside is good when you got to go places. But you hanging outside all the time, it's a deeper hidden void going on for those who always want to stay outside. And again, I understand for some people, because you've been cooped up, especially if you've been locked up, you want to get outside. But that's why they have signs to say no loitering. Because the problem is people hang outside too much like animals. And that's all I'm going to say about outside. I'll be right back with a recap, y'all. All right, y'all. Please, before I do my recap, please follow me on all social media platforms. That is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Threads, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. I know I have a lot, y'all, but please just type in my name, Damon Brockenberry, or Damon the Agent is majority of that. But on Pinterest, it's actually Agent Damon. So, but here's my recap, y'all. OctoberFest. If you're in the search of a new home right now, not next summer, right now, it's the best time to buy because you have less competition. Prices are more negotiable right now, and you can get a good deal going into the new year. You can get a tax write-off for next year. And for sellers, hey, you have less competition when it pertains to people selling. Think about it. Think about it and think about it. And then I just did a recap. I just did a take on outside. For those who love being outside, enjoy the outside. Be safe. Have fun. But for those who just want to stay outside all the time, it's a deeper inside connection that you need to do. In other words, you need to do some self-evaluation of yourself to ask yourself, why are you always outside? Why are you always trying to be seen? Why are you not being more productive with your time than just hanging outside? We all got talents. God gave all of us talents. Please find use of it. Please do something with it. All right. I want to thank you all for joining me. Please, if you have time to go to the open house tomorrow, please come by to see me. And before I leave, I want to play my commercial for you again. Here we go.
We sure could use the money.
Time for some upgrades. We're pregnant.
Oh my goodness, I need to downsize.
We buy houses for cash as is.
Damon the Agent. A name you can trust. Yeah, I gotta laugh at myself sometime, y'all, because I just have to laugh at myself. So again, I want to thank each and every one of you all. And please check out DamonSellsDMV.com. There's also still the same website, DamonTheAgent.com. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. And I hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you. Talk to you later.